Hello, Debra. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. So, WandaVision is out now. Obviously, a lot of Marvel fans have been waiting for this for a long time. It's on Disney Plus, and then they were excited, obviously, long ago when we first saw you in the trailer. So, look who's on there. So to appear in this first episode is a lot because everybody's always going to watch the first episode. How did this come about for you?
I heard from the director. I've been doing a lot of theater, and because I really like a live audience, and I worked at his theater, and he called me, and they needed someone that kind of knew the ropes around sitcom, and they needed someone that could also do a little drama, and I apparently fit that bill. So
So
I
basically, it
got it.
wasn't that much of a stretch when you got those lines. They're like, okay, this is simple, you know?
It was just so fun. It was just so fun, Wilson, because it's a whole world that I knew nothing of, like nothing. I thought it was a comic book or like a cartoon. I had no idea. So it was kind of discovering it at the same time. It was really great.
So before we get into that particular scene in the episode, are you a Marvel fan? Have you seen any of the Marvel films?
Well, when I got there to shoot, we had the luxury of a week's rehearsal. So I kind of went, wait, what is this? And then Lizzie and Paul said, these are the movies you have to watch. And so on a day off, I watched 4 movies in a row because I have to admit, I got a little caught up and I started to like care about them. I haven't even watched Endgame yet because I know people that I care about die. And so I'm not going to watch it. I don't care. I want happy endings now. I just do. No, I caught up though. I think I've seen them all except for that last one that I refused to watch.
All right, so now we get to this show and this episode. You're playing Mrs. Hart. Obviously, how did they want you to describe her?
They didn't tell me.
Mhm.
They didn't tell me. They didn't give me an instruction, Wilson. So I'm trying to think of what you know about her now. Well, you know that she lives in the town and that she's a neighbor. And that she's the boss's wife, and that Paul works for my husband. That's what you know.
Obviously, when you do a Marvel project, you have to train yourself on what to say, what not to say.
Well, the secrecy was mind-boggling to me. I mean, I had to sign for a script every night in the hotel. I had to go down to the lobby and sign for the script.
Was that
And
new
then
for you?
yes. Yes. I mean, that was like, it was so protected. And then you had to return it. I'm used to just throwing it away. When it's done, you throw, no, 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 no. No, this was like, I was like, it was a little scary, I have to say. It was a little scary in the beginning. And then it became just like, oh, I am so in a spy movie right now. This is fantastic.
So what's this like being in a series, at least in the episode where it's set somewhat in the 50s, you having done a show where it was set in the 70s, now you're going backwards.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's just, to me, it's just figuring out where women were at the time of whatever it is you're doing, so women were, I think, a little more repressed, a little more contained, a little more hidden in the 50s than in the 70s. And so I think once I can tune into what's going on with women during that time, then I can play it. And then I can make it funny.
Growing up, and I guess we've all been home for some time now, where everything old is new again, and you can catch up on any show whatsoever. Were any of
Yeah.
these shows that you grew up watching that was similar to what you played on WandaVision?
No.
Okay.
There was no show that was similar to that I watched. I don't I like I like suspense, but I like I guess I watch younger people.
Okay.
I think that's what I watch. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I understand this episode was shot in front of a live audience.
Yes.
What was that feeling like? Obviously, you've done enough projects, so I'm assuming you've done this before. But but was it different with
Well,
with this audience?
I did 8 years of that '70s show in front of a live audience. So I had absolutely done it before. But what was really interesting about this one is that the live audience came in as Marvel fans. So they weren't coming to see a sitcom. They were Marvel fans. And so they got this.
Mhm.
So it was really, the reaction was really interesting because they laughed, but they were waiting for, it was just really interesting, really interesting.
And then, what was your opinion when you saw the finished product and you saw it was black and white?
I knew it was black and white. I knew it was going to be black and white. And I think it really, I remember the Twilight Zone, and it reminds me of the Twilight Zone. And there's moments that remind me of the of the things that I loved about the Twilight Zone, like the shocking surprises and the fleeting things that happen. I love that it's black and white because I think it sets it up really
Mhm.
well.
Are we going to see more of you? And is it going to be different from what we saw in the first episode?
If I haven't been cut, because you never know, you just never know what anyone's going to do, and I'm not the director, you will see a difference.
Hmm. Now that you're in the Marvel world, what's that feeling like? Do you have a new fan base?
I get birthday presents from them.
That's
It's
good.
really nice. Um, I guess I do have a new fan base. Well, we shall see what happens with that.
Mhm. And at the end of the day, obviously, you've worked a long period of time and you've done different projects. What goes into saying yes to the projects that you do take?
The material. It's always about the material for me. I read it and there's something in me that connects to it or I don't. And if I don't connect to it, I'm bad. So just rather not do it. That's all.
Mhm. And before I let you go, we're all home. Is there anything you're catching up on at this point?
Um,
Doesn't have to be a TV. Could be reading. Could be gardening. Could be anything.
I have found an online game that I am extremely addicted to and spend far too much playing. I can't tell you what it is because it has an online presence, but I can tell you that I'm extremely involved.
Hey, as long as it keeps you busy, it keeps
I
you
know, right?
satisfied.
And
That's
keeps your
all you
mind
want to
going.
do because when you're home, obviously, there's only a period of time that you can be busy. So, but it's good talking to you. Definitely
You
stay
too.
safe, and we hope to see you again.
Thank you, Wilson. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.